Hello my berry buddies, we are in Driftveil City now as we just went past that long bridge that felt like forever. This is the drawbridge that people supposedly call the Charizard Bridge. Now that's pretty interesting because it doesn't really resemble a Charizard at all, maybe it's just the colors that make it look like a Charizard. And there's also a certain tower on the left, I don't really know what that looks like, it kind of looks like a green luminescent thing. But what is this? There's two Team Plasma grunts. The Team Plasma is getting pressured into stealing Pokemon by the other Team Plasma grunt. He's just trying to become a nice person now. He's done with being the bad guy. No, stop bullying the Team Plasma grunt. They're just basically different groups. In the beginning, they wanted to save N and they were following Jetsis to take over the world. But actually, the real bad people now are the bandits or the so-called pirates invading the whole Unova region. I haven't seen this Team Plasma grunt in forever. I'm starting to feel bad for it now. Oh, you mentioned something about Lord N. N is not a traitor at all because he's just the one who followed his ideals. Wait, is that N? Is he coming from the side? Oh no, that's Hugh. I thought that was gonna be N, but he said that he called him trash. Wow. I mean, I feel like this is kind of similar to Charin. He's kind of acting similar. From behind, the Team Plasma grunt actually looks like it's part of the bridge. But yeah, the ex-Team Plasma grunt is okay now. Once this Black 2 game started, we thought that the old Team Plasma grunts that were the medieval knights, thought that they were just gone, but they're still in this game actually. Jessis first just wanted to liberate Pokemon from their trainers, but now he just wants to completely take over the world. I mean, Jessis is one of the first team villains where he actually killed a Pokemon before. And he could have actually killed people too. Who knows, maybe that's why Hilbert and Hilda has disappeared in this game. Imagine this guy's Krokorok could just get taken from him. What do you think? Yeah, see, he stole their Pokemon, but they give it back. Wait, so if Team Plasma gives back the Pokemon that they stolen, that means that Hugh's sister's Purloin could also be given back. I hope that happens. Also, I didn't realize that this was actually a house, so let's go in and see what's in there. These stones are actually symbolized the Scarlet and Violet terrestrialization, possibly a foreshadow to the future games. And we're still waiting on if Black and White 3 remakes are ever gonna come out. There's also the books in the first Black and White games. Is he gonna give us XP share? Yes, I had a feeling that this guy always gives items. Because I remember in Castelia City he gave us like an XP share. We actually might need the Shell Bell. I need some of my Pokemon to hold them to get friendly. And there's those terrestrialization crystals again. But these children are making friends up here. Okay, what are you guys doing in this hotel? I'm just gonna get between you guys. Okay, so there's no trading going on here. I thought they would trade a Pokemon with us, like a special exclusive Pokemon that we could only get in this hotel. Driftveil City just has a lot to offer. The music is just amazing already. So what is this little girl doing here alone? I mean, that's obvious. They are supposed to be the tough ones. And this Charles guy is back here. We beat him in the last episode with a rotation battle. And he always believes that doing battles will impress a girl, so... I mean, but for now, I'm not gonna battle you. I want to get to explore Driftveil City more. He is definitely not going to break some hearts today because we are keeping our Pokemon safe. And this is Driftveil Market. Let's head inside here, we'll see what's up. Well, this is very colorful. I first thought that was Hatsumiku for a second. Like, I thought that was Hatsumiku. But there's also another Team Plasma grunt here from the last one. And he's selling incense. I never expected for a Team Plasma grunt to be selling things to me. That's funny. But these are just incenses that we have. It just boosts the power of certain moves or the statistics, but for now I'm not going to spend 9,000 Pokédollars. Actually, in other games that I played besides Pokemon Black 2, it's a habit for me to always get revival herbs. Like in Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver, when I battled Red, I always got revival herbs all the time. I like this way better than revives because they fully restore the HP. It's like you're buying max revives from the market, so we are going to buy a lot of these. I mean, whether Water, Alpine, any of those Pokemon, they're gonna have to eat all those revival herbs. Even if they're bitter, you guys have to swallow them as much as you need. So what is this guy selling? We need to show him a Pokemon level 30 or more. Our Pokemon are level 27, I believe. And one Momo milk for 500. I thought it was like 120 back then. And there's other stuff around it too. Is that lettuce, ham that I see, and meat? I see there's a construction going on there. It's like a cave. Let's try going in there, see what's up. Oh no, there's a guy blocking it. It looks like those Pokemon Gold and Silver Slowpoke wells, where you just go underground. Dang it, I thought we could go in. What exactly are they digging up? Are they gonna just be digging up some Diglets? There's actually a path to the right here. Oh, is that Jetsis? I thought that was Jetsis for a second. because the old Team Plasma grunt was talking with that guy. But it says that's the person that he was talking about. So his name is Rood. That's a very interesting name, Rood. Rood is not rude. Rood wants the Pokemon battle. That is very random, but of course I don't mind having an extra Pokemon battle. Thought there'd be special theme songs. There's Herdier with a level 27. Yeah. I feel like I actually need more fighting Pokemon, because it'll be way more satisfying. I feel like these days I've been running into a lot more normal type Pokemon, and I need fighting type moves to just one-shot it, like close combat or even just arm thrust. I feel like this Herdier kind of looks funny, I don't know why. It looks pretty furry. Do you guys have any pets? I used to have a pet hamster actually a long time ago. And I was actually thinking of getting a guinea pig. I stopped by the pet store like 1 year ago. Those guinea pigs actually look way bigger than expected in real life. Thought that maybe guinea pigs are way easier to take care of than cats and dogs. They're also a lot of work too if you think about it. You have to go to the veterinarian and give it shots like the vaccines. And you also have to feed it every single day. Every pet requires some sort of emotion if they're mammals, unless they're insects or just rocks or plants. Like even geckos, like lizards, I'm pretty sure they all need some sort of love here and there, or else they'll just get sad. I don't know if I put in the last video, but I actually gave a TM to Troppo to make it learn a rock move, because I don't have any electric type Pokemon yet, and I want something to be strong against flying types. I feel like these Team Plasma members have been getting very generous. And they're saying, oh, we need forgiveness. Yeah, they must deal with a lot, honestly. So we're going inside this building, it's very ominous. What is that I see in the top left? Is that a Mareep? Yeah, what does make you different from the rest of the Team Plasmas? Wow, that is so wholesome. Oh, so it was a way to atone for the misdeeds. They started taking care of the Pokemon that they stole. What really is the reason why he stole his Purloin? Isn't that kind of messed up, even if you guys are just trying to change the world or some sort of thing? Maybe it's just not the same Team Plasma as this one. It's the ones that have the black uniform in it. Wow, so Hyuga's just going off on them. Yeah, where's Purloin? Even though the old Team Plasma is condoning for their misdeeds, they still did bad things in the past, you know, with Jetsis and everything. What would you guys think in this situation? Oh, what's this? Could you look after Zorua? Okay, we just got Zorua for free. Should I keep it or not? I was thinking of getting other Pokemon on a new route, but since we got Zorua for free and it's level 25, it's the Zorua that N had, and it was apparently friends with a certain trainer. Honestly, let's ask the cookie, because this is a cookie playthrough at the end of the day. Let's ask the cookie if we should keep it or not, yes or no. Let's see what it lands on. And it lands on a yes. So that means that we're going to keep our Zorua. Of course, why would we just put the Zorua in the box to rot forever in there? Isn't this the N's stepsisters? Or the cousins? I don't remember. Wait, I never get to see them in the game. They look very pretty. They kind of look like shiny Pokemon. Was it just N that Jetsis controlled? I'm pretty sure it was these two girls as well. Like, they also brainwashed them. So he was living with Darmanitan and Zorua, and yeah, that's exactly the same thing I saw in the trailer. You know, the black and white thing, the video that plays before the game loads. When N was being crowned as king, there was a flashback when he was in the forest. And the anime also shows it as well, where he was with his Pokemon in the forest and Jetsis was just creepily standing there. You can't change the past, but you can't change the future. I mean, that is actually very funny because but all Team Plasma grunts look the same. I mean, the hiker is way bigger compared to the other grunts. That is a very true quote in life. It's very deep. You can't change the past, but you can change the future. And I just went this way, and there's the gym. That was a guess. What? We might be in for a rough fight even if we have water Pokemon? What about our Dewott? I thought Dewott was good. And okay, so this seems pretty regular compared to the other gym. It was a fashion show, but now this time, it looks pretty normal. I mean, these are the escalators, or elevators I should say, that we have to use. And we're heading down with a switch. So far, it kind of looks like the fashion show once again with that tiles, but now it's much darker. And thanks for this fresh water every single time we go inside gym battle. We always need that. But it's like a foreshadowing because we actually need to use water types for this gym instead of any other type. I feel like since we soloed the gym battles with Elisa using our Trapo, how about this time we solo it using a water? So let's see what is up for this. Oh wait, why is it so dark? Okay, no, now it finally lights up. Because I was about to say that we might have to have a flash TM. These people gotta watch out because they can't be cave diving. I hope you guys aren't cave divers. You guys know what the stories about cave diving. There's a lot of stories where, like, even if you just go inside one small crack, it's like permanent. You're just stuck there. So it's not good. And ball toy, that looks like something that you would see in the caves. So that is very risky. Yeah, so he says that clay will be wherever the minerals are. So that means that clay could also be a cave diver. Just going into anywhere just to get the shiniest of the gems. I mean, but I can honestly picture that. But wouldn't clay be too big to go inside a cave small hole? Oh wait, never mind. That's just to see from what it looks like up there. No, I was gonna go there. He's in the center of the conveyor, which is how he blocks us. But then there's also a drill burr. I feel like drill burr would be very useful if you're going inside a cave. Because you can't really know what's in there, but then drill burr would just dig up all the treasures. And it'll be very nice. And there's that ball toy again. I feel like that ball toy looks like an artifact. It looks like something that you'd find. It's kind of creepy because it's like those dolls that just come to life. Like you never know, it could just open its eyes, and then those statues in the ancient Greece, they had those things like mummies or pharaohs, I don't know what they're called, but they were just like standing still. It's like, I saw like a haunted video one time on YouTube. I taught my water revenge because it's actually very good. I don't have any fighting type Pokemon. I need more diverse movesets rather than just having 3 water type moves. But I didn't know this gym was actually way bigger than I thought compared to all the other gyms that we battled with. Like the Castelia gym was pretty simple, we just had to go up in the webs. And the Lisa's gym was also simple, just a straight fashion show down the runway. This time, it's like a whole zigzag. I don't even know how the gym leader thought of making this gym. How did they even build it in the first place? Is it just using these workers, or is it he just built it himself? Because that would be very impressive, just building it from scratch, all these conveyors and all these dark spots where they have no light. This water is just very good at one-shotting all my opponents. I could tell this gym is going to be a breeze. I still wonder why some Pokemon haven't that intimidating ability. Like, sometimes the Pokemon don't look as intimidating that I think so. So which places haven't we gone so far? I feel like I'm in a maze right now, I'm kind of getting dizzy. Why do we keep zigzagging back and forth? I'm just trying to explore every single route. Make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, no, there's this purple one that's going all the way under there. And then there's also another one. No, I'm kind of confused right now. Honestly, this feels like I'm going into the Turnback Cave in Giratina. Just looping around, going random places. Okay, this is kind of making me concerned because I haven't seen any miners yet. That kind of jump scared me. He was just there at the end. Like, he was waiting for us all the way at the corner of the gym. And he only has one Pokemon. His name is Frederick. I thought he would have a more unique Pokemon, but it's just a Sandile, a lonely Sandile. And isn't Sandile supposed to evolve at like level 29? I'm not exactly sure. We haven't seen Sandile evolve yet in any of their trainer battles. It's always been just Sandile. Life is filled with pitfalls. If you fall in, do your best to crawl out. You know, that's a very good quote. I feel like that was very similar to the quote that we were in the Verbank complex a long time ago. There was miners or there was like workers that were saying the same thing. Like, if you're stuck in somewhere, keep working, keep crawling out of there. Even if you can't run, just walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. And if you can't crawl, just one step at a time is enough. These workers are very motivational. I'm actually running out on Razor Shell. now they're saying they're taking every breath with their Pokemon. So it's like they'll follow them until they die. That is a very good bond that you would share with your Pokemon. And they said it, their sweat and tears go into this gym. And the Pokemon that they have are giving it their best at the end of the day. Even if Drillbur is pretty easy to wipe out, they still raised it with care, and Drillbur has always been their go-to Pokemon, or even just Sandile and Baltoy. Just having those partners really does help you get through these gyms. I don't even know where I'm going at this point, but I'm just going wherever I want. Just like in Giratina's Turnback Cave, if you just keep going to one side, eventually get to the right place. He says, what is distant but what is close? That's the riddle. Well, that's definitely Clay, because I really want to know where Clay is. I thought I'd be battling Clay by now, but there's so much trainers than I expected. I thought we would stop at 3 or 4. We're up to the 6th gym trainer, or is it the 7th? Yeah, we're up to a lot. We battled a lot this episode. They've been fairly simple. I like these types of simple battles where you just use one move and then you knock it out. These cave people have been using the same type of Pokemon. They've been using Drillbur, Sandile, Baltoy. So it's like very nice. It's not like complex stuff like Emolga. Remember last episode that Elise is Emolga? We have to take that purple conveyor that we see. And I found out what the word is. It's called a conveyor. There's also an Elekid last episode, but that one wasn't that bad either. It was squishy. I feel like most gym trainers use a lot of squishy Pokemon, so you could one-shot it easily. Guess what happens? I actually take a gardening class. That gardening class, I feel like it's very weird because if you hear the word gardening class, you may think, oh, we have to garden stuff, right? Just grow plants. For some reason, it's actually much simpler. Like, you don't even have to garden at all, and the teacher still gives credit. I will try and grow more plants from now on, like we grow romaine lettuce, and we also grow lots of ton of vegetables. I feel like I'm in a loophole. I feel like I've explored every single area of this gym. What am I missing? And there's that purple vent. Oh yeah, speaking of vents, I remember playing Among Us back then. Among Us used to be the game back then. 2021, I like playing Among Us. My favorite color to go for Among Us was the purple one. I know a lot of people like the blue and the red one. And people always thought the red or the black one was the imposter. It was funny. I always loved doing those imposter things. When I was imposter, I always used to be very good at tricking people into thinking that I'm not the imposter. It's just like Town of Salem. It was like a Steam game, and it's way more roles than Among Us. Like, you could be a doctor, you could be an investigator. It's actually very fun. But the thing about it is that there's a lot of typing in that game. I think this is the right spot. Yes, finally. Let's see, we have to do our ritual of saving every time before a gym. You guys should do that too if you're ever playing Pokemon games. Every time before a gym leader or the legendary Pokemon, I always save. That took me more than I expected it to be. That was honestly crazy. But let's go, Clay. How are you doing? Kept me waiting, didn't ya, kid? Alright, time to see what you could do. Let's see what you could do, Clay. You're doing so Play-Doh right in here. You know, I actually saw a theory on this once. Lacey from Scarlet and Violet is the daughter of Clay. A Crocro. I just mentioned before that the workers have to level up their Sandiles. Now Clay actually listened. But don't be too intimidated, Water. You can do this with your Razor Shell. Remember all the battles that we did? I'm pretty sure that's the one where you can't use the 2 moves in the same row. No, it was so close. That was like the Berg Gym that we did. And no, we can't use the same move twice. Okay, tackle it is then. That was his strategy. Make us not use the same move twice, then use a Hyper Potion. As we could see from that health bar, if we used tackle when it was red HP, that could have been the perfect finish off. But now Razor Shell should be the finish off now. Yep, that's what we could tell. So far, we're doing very smoothly. Obviously, no, actually, Water is not doing that smooth. We could obviously heal it up later. Is Sandslash Clay's ace Pokemon? Well, it's just like Elisa. Last gym battle, she sent out her ace Pokemon 2nd time, not the 3rd time. So it's very odd. I thought that in Black and White, they always send out their ace Pokemon last, because it matches with the, the intense music. Oh no, he just Crush Claw, goes the aggressive route. Razor Shell? Or no, we can't just say move twice. So we have to continue using our super potions. But we can't use Water Clog. We can't use the Razor Shell thing again. No, what? Alright, so what next then? Probably Tropo. Because it's level 28. And by the way, good thing that we bought Revival Herbs earlier because we definitely need those. So Crunch or Rock Tomb, which one should I use? Probably Crunch. Good thing Rollout is weak to Tropo. It didn't do much, but it should pile on. And good job Tropo for avoiding that attack. Please lower the defense or something. I need you to lower the defense, but it's using Bulldoze. No, again, another one shot. I can't send out Blaine. It's gonna be very brutal if I send out Blaine. Alpine is our last hope. Let's make it sleep first. Why did you avoid it? Okay, we're actually in a rough spot here. But good thing I made it hold the citrus berry. I'm gonna use this advantage I have to revival herb my water. So now it's full HP. Let me see if I can make it sleep at least, and nope. Lesson learned is to never use hypnosis in gym battles. They just never work. They only work on wild Pokemon encounters. I need a Quick Claw or something. Why does my Pokemon not going first? And Zorua gained a lot of boosted XP points. Okay, so Exaggerate was actually the ace Pokemon. I thought it was Sandslash. Rock Slide, does it do a lot of damage or no? Okay, that's not that bad. Come on, one shot, one shot, one shot, let's go! Wow, guys. And Zorua just grew 2 levels from this battle. So that is amazing. What do you mean it feels good to go all out? Our water is the one that went all out and that one. So now we have 5 gym badges. The way he talks reminds me of Ramos from Pokemon X and Y because he always said whippersnapper. Now it's time to place our badge into that case. But I feel like imagine if they just trolled us and didn't put the badge in the case. Just like Claire and Johto, like she didn't even give the gym badge. The Quake badge. And Pokemon up to level 60 obeys us. We got Bulldoze. That would be pretty good for Krokorok, right? Which is better, Bulldoze or Earthquake? But although it reduces the speed stat, it's not as much as Earthquake. Wait, why did it just... Wait, did my game just crash? Oh, I thought the game just crashed because it just kept repeating that same elevator sound. We're finally back to where we started. I just realized if the Clyde person that gives us fresh water is there, why would there be someone needed to be there? The blue hat person. So let me see if I could teach Bulldoze. Oh, it's actually just 60 damage. Yeah, Dig does more damage, so I'm not going to actually learn Bulldoze. And there's Hugh and Clay. You know, my partners are the reason I was able to get the badge. I can't believe he got the badge first than us. Wasn't he just outside earlier? Like, we were the ones that beat Clay first, but then obviously the rival always is ahead of us. He wasn't even in the gym. Yeah, why haven't you forgiven Team Plasma, Clay? I see, so his reasoning is very similar to Chorus, that sometimes he just goes against the normal ideas that are supposed to be thought. But there's a tournament, Pokemon tournament. Well, that will be in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. I had a fun time battling this Clay gym, and goodbye.